welcome to another episode of the Dramasology Podcast. This episode, I'm going to be doing a review of two of the rom-coms I am currently watching. I am really enjoying both of them. Well, one of them isn't that much of a rom-com, but I feel like it's a rom-com and it's giving me rom-com vibes. The very first drama I want to talk about, to do a real quick first impressions about this drama, because it's one that I have been anticipating because it stars some of my favorite people. Well, one of my favorite people, Jung So-min, and that's the drama Love Next Door. The initial working title was Mom's Friend's Son, and it's basically following Bae-seok and Choi Sung-hyo, who are two childhood friends. Their parents are friends that are kind of also competitive and basically compare them all the time. Unfortunately for Bae-seok, it seems that Choi Sung-hyo is winning this fight or the bragging rights. His mom is winning bragging rights because she suddenly quits her job and comes back home, cancels her engagement, and our mom is appalled and embarrassed, right? And basically you can tell what this kind of drama is about. Like, it's just a childhood, friends to lovers kind of relationship, and you just know it's going to be sweet and lovely, and there will be hopefully not that much angst. For those who don't know, it's starring Jung So-min as Choi Sung-hyo, who is this architect and is the childhood friend of Bae-seok, who is played by Jung So-min. For those who know, Jung So-min is one of my favorite actresses. She starred in Alchemy of Souls and Playful Kiss, which are two dramas I really, really like and really, really enjoyed. Jung So-min, I am not that much of a fan of, but I do know his dramas, and I have watched his dramas, Something in the Rain and One Spring Night. I've also watched A Piece of Your Mind and Connect, which are also two dramas that he was in, and so he's very familiar to me, but I would not be what you would consider a fan, but I enjoy watching him well enough, I guess. This also stars Kim Ji-hoon as Jung Moom, who is another childhood friend of the two main couple. I think these three are like a unit that they've kind of grown up together, and so Moom is a paramedic. She also has a love line, or what seems like a love line, with Kang Dan-ho, who is played by Yoon Ji-yeon. I recognize him because I am kind of a fan of him. He was in My Lovely Liar, and if you have watched my episode review of that drama, you would know that I cover him strictly, like I cover his character strictly in that episode. So you can check that out as well, because I find it very fascinating. He was also in Tomorrow, which is another drama I really liked, and so I recognize him well enough, and I like him a lot actually, and so I was happy to see his face in this. So yeah, that's basically the cast. There's a slew of amazing supporting characters, like people that we all know, like character actors that are in every other drama, but I'm not going to focus on them. I just want to give a quick first impressions about this drama, because I feel like it hasn't caught me yet which is unfortunate, but I feel like it might. Like I said, Bae-seok comes back, and from what you can tell, she has left her life in the US, left everything, broken up with her boyfriend that she was engaged to, had already even printed out invitation cards. And so this is like a stain to her mom, right? Her mom that's always seen as high flying, dependable, smart, and just well-to-do, right? And so when she quits and becomes unemployed, her mom is appalled. I will say that one thing that I think makes this difficult for me to be as impressed with it is that I have seen this plot a billion times. There are a billion dramas that have this exact same plot, with the female lead leaving a high paying job and coming down to not the village or the our hometown, but that's basically the idea, right? They come down to their hometown, and that's where they kind of rejuvenate and figure out who they are and what they want to do and stuff like that. So it's that existential crisis that they're all going through, or that midlife crisis that they all go through after working and being burnt out. It's a very common trope. Even the way the mom was just like a violent mom. It's also textbook like Korean drama. So there's again nothing that is like really different in this. It's very cliche. We've seen it a billion times, and I think it's just the fact that Jung So-min is in here that I am like watching. And so there's not much to say in that sense, right? I also feel, and gosh, please don't kill me for this. I am not buying Jung In's performance, like the comedic scenes, as well as I am buying Jung So Min's like performance in this. Like, to me yet, I have not yet felt that like Jung In was Choi Sung Hyo. Like, there's just something that I can still feel that like he's acting to act as opposed to being this character. And he's like back and forth with Jung So Min isn't giving, and I don't know if it's like writing or if I'm just used to seeing him in more like serious roles that I can't like take him out of that. So maybe that's what it is, I don't know, but like it's very difficult for me to like actually see him as this character. And I mean, the drama does, like, for to give him credit or to like give like an excuse, the drama does mention like there's a point where his like colleague, the girl that works with him, mentions that she's never seen him as childish as he displayed when he was like arguing with Baek-seok-ryu, right? So maybe his character is supposed to be someone that finds it difficult to make jokes and just be like let loose and all that thing. And I think maybe Baek-seok-ryu brings that to the table and brings that part of him out. So maybe that's what I'm seeing, but for now it's not like I haven't gotten it yet. I had the same issue with Welcome to Samdari. I just couldn't see Aeson and Ji Chang-wook as who they were supposed to be, especially Ji Chang-wook for some reason, I don't know. As opposed to when I watched like Flower in the Sun, where I could see them be part of this community and like they embodied it. So yeah, that's unfortunate. And so I'm sorry if you're expecting me to be like all hyped about this. I'm not that hyped. I will watch it and I'll watch it till the end for sure, because my girl Jung So-min can do no wrong. But like it's not yet like different anyway, and I guess I shouldn't expect it to be. It's not trying to be. But yeah, that's just something. It's not particularly interesting, right? It's cool and everything, but it's not like just that interesting yet. But maybe when the romance starts, it's gonna be better. I will say that the other characters make up in a lot of ways. I feel like the like slow supporting characters and the second lead, make up for it for me. And so yeah, I will be watching this drama till the end. And so yeah, to move forward and talk about the drama that's really impressed me is the drama Romance in the House, which is a drama that basically follows this family of three: the mom, the daughter, and the son, and basically how things change for them when their deadbeat dad comes back in their life as a rich person. Right, this is a family that's been struggling for a while now, especially after the mom has divorced her husband, and they've like gone their separate ways. It all changes for them when this dad of theirs comes back into their life, and so you see a very interesting dynamic between the mom and the dad and the daughter, because like the daughter really dislikes her dad because she sees all that I think the mom has gone through, and the things that he has done to make life difficult for them, because he's one of those like entrepreneur minds that like always go bust, right? They have this idea, they execute it, and they are left in debt, right? So is that kind of like that, and so a lot of things happen to their family. Their mom, I think, takes on a lot because of that, and I think the daughter kind of loses respect and loses love and all that for that. She is one of the people that pushes for their divorce and their separation. So when the dad comes back in their life, it's a very, very interesting dynamic that they are playing with, because the daughter really dislikes the dad, and the dad is also not a groveler. He's not one to beg, and so you see them fighting, especially fighting for the mom's affection, and it's just hilarious. I think the son is more tame in that like he just likes his dad because dad is rich, and so he's happy his dad is back with money, right? And so all that is a very interesting dynamic that they've created here. It stars Jujuni as the dad. It stars Kim Ji-soo as the mom. It stars Sonaun as the daughter, and I am a huge fan of Sonaun, especially from Agency. I think that was one of our best works. And then Chemino is also in this. He's playing the love interest of Sonao's character. And then you have Yoon Sana, who is playing the younger brother in the family, right? Again, such an interesting idea. I feel like I've never seen this plot done in this way, right? Where it's not like the dad cheated or anything. He's just like a terrible dad. And I just find it very interesting. There is some mystery in this drama in that. So basically this family of three live in this villa, right? This apartment, and when the owner like dies in a fire, right, freak accidents supposedly, that's when the dad comes in as the owner of this new villa, and people are like speculating whether the dad is the one that like killed like the previous owner, and so that's an ongoing theme. But you can obviously tell that like it's for comedic effect. It's probably not going to be the dad that killed the guy, because like that's just not what they are going for, I would say. And so there are things like that here and there that like makes this very funny, because you see reactions of like the neighbors and everything. Us would have known them for years and years, and they're all suspecting like the dad of like being the one to murder the previous landlord. And it's just hilarious how they like interpret everything that he does in like this gangster like serial killer kind of vibes, right? And so it's very interesting. I feel like there's a lot of like storylines to be told here. The relationship between the father and the mom, I think that that's one point that is going to be just interesting to watch. It's interesting because this is only like 12 episodes, so I don't know how they're going to like put in all the plots that I feel like this has in 12 episodes, because there's also the relationship between the daughter and the security guard that's also masquerading as the CEO's son. And so that's also an interesting plot line that is there, and so there's so many like different storylines that I feel like this has, and it's just so well done that like it keeps me laughing, right? And even though that like it's very comedic and everything, you see moments of seriousness, especially with the daughter played by Sonaun. Mireille, her character is very serious. She's a well put together breadwinner of her family and everything. She takes care of like everybody in the family, and she's just a very responsible daughter that loves her mom very much and wants all the happiness for her mom. She's kind of pushy and everything, but you can see kind of where she's coming from. And I think her character is just very interesting, and she's very easy to watch to me. And so that's also part of the reason why I feel like watching her like fall in love, and because I mean this means she's basically destined to be a rich person's like wife. That's basically what this is, right? This is, I guess, a reward for all the hard work she's done, right? Because you just know that's how it's gonna end, right? She and like the CEO's son is gonna like get together and live happily ever after, and I just love that for her, honestly. So yeah, that's the other drama that I'm watching. I feel like this is a drama that I feel like everybody should watch. It's so well done and so hilarious, and honestly it's a shame that it's like obscure in a way. I feel like not a lot of people are watching this, and people should. It's very, very good. So yeah, that's really all I have for this episode. Just my first impressions about two dramas I am currently watching, and I would say that I like Romance in the House a little bit more, even actually a lot more. And I recommend everybody watch it. So yeah, that's all I have this week. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll see you again next week. Have a lovely one. Bye.